Hi Mitt, Cindy here again from Kicking Ass for the Middle Class. I'm making this video letter regarding something you recently said. You said in America, we don't let anyone die from lack of health care insurance. If you have a heart attack, you don't sit in your apartment, you go to the emergency room. Okay, fair enough. One, it's not free. They send you a bill. It's exorbitant. They don't just kind of fix you up and send you on your way with a cookie. They send you that bill, and if you can't pay it, it goes to a credit agency and you're screwed for life. Two, more importantly, I suppose, actually people do die from lack of health care insurance. It's estimated 48,000 people annually. I invite you to research that number. That's 16 9/11 attacks per year. Maybe not as visible or sudden or even as traumatic as what we saw on that day, but still tragic and unnecessary. I'll tell you my story. I know it's insignificant and everyday and very minor as compared to what's going out there, but it's mine, so I'll tell you. I call it a tale of 2 ER visits. When I was pregnant, I had to go to the ER, and I went in an area that's not so prosperous, an urban area. And true to the title of this piece, it was like Dickens. The waiting room, a standing room only, no chairs. My husband finally got me a chair, and I sat down next to a man who was quite literally gushing blood from a head wound, just kind of waiting for a doctor to see him. It was funny. I just politely asked if he could gush that way. So finally, they gave us a room. They said the doctor will be right with you. 5 hours later, no doctor, so we just left. There was no treatment received, and I think that's pretty standard. After I had my son, I needed to make another ER visit. I had mastitis, which is when, if you don't know, when there's a clump of milk in your breast that becomes infected. So I decided, intuition decided, go to a fancy area, go to La Jolla, one of the wealthiest zip codes in America, where you're building your 7th home, the one with the car elevator. So, and let's see how it goes over there. So I drove there, and when I got to the waiting room, it was luxurious, fabulous. I was like, where's the concierge? Where's the butler with the tray of mimosas? And within 10 minutes, the doctor saw me, and he was amazing. And he excused himself, and 5 minutes later he came back, and he said, you have an appointment for a biopsy tomorrow morning at 8:30. This is the address. So I went, and then after the biopsy, the surgeon came to me, and she's a world-renowned surgeon. If I told you her honors, you would not believe that she would operate on little old me, but that's how they roll in La Jolla. When you're in the 1%, I guess you get those kind of surgeons. And she said, we're going to get you on the operating table 3 days from now, okay? And I said, sure, if you need to take the infection out, you can take the whole breast. I don't care. I'll be the uniboober. And I just want to resume breastfeeding my son. And she said, well, you're not going to. Those days are over. And I said, then I'm not having the surgery. My son needs mother's milk. And she said, no, your son needs a mother, and he won't have one if you don't get this infection taken out. Now, before I went to La Jolla, I had seen so many doctors and lactation specialists, and they just dismissed me with, drink more water, stay hydrated. So I sometimes wonder if intuition hadn't told me, go encroach upon the wealthy, even though you're a vulgar middle class, go get the treatment they get. I wonder if I'd be here, according to the surgeon. No. But Matt, you don't understand any of this. You don't know it, but worse, you don't care about it. So anyway, that's my story. I could have easily been among the 48,000. It happens, Mitt. It happens all the time.